Do it now.
I'm live. Hey, we're live. Hello. Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Quarter Mile's got his new habit on. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, as he says.
Smash that subscribe.
And subscribe, all that jazz, all that fun stuff. Welcome all to our BTC dump video.
Man,
is it still dumping?
It is. It's coming back up a little bit, but
yeah,
today was just a bloody day.
It happens.
It does, and it's needed.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? Like, I want to go back. Oh, yeah, there's a little, actually, it's not a bad little pump back up. Hey, Keith, welcome.
Good evening.
Keith's been joining me. We've been doing some trading together in the morning, some mornings, using Arvin's indicator that I've talked about a couple of times. And today was a good day. Could have been a better day, but it was still a good day. 4:30. Hey, Richie, welcome. And
Blackhawk,
one of our regulars. And this gentleman, I was just talking to him actually, because I'm like, hang on, we're going to blockchain after hours. We still haven't booked the AMA. So Electrician Man is from Stable Swap. He's the founder, CEO. I don't know what you call himself yet. I'll find that out when we talk to him. But we'll be meeting Thursday night my time, Friday morning his time. And we'll finally have an AMA. I know a few people here have asked about it. So we have Stable Swap coming on. So thanks for saying hi, man. And yeah, so we'll go through what that's all about, get a little better idea. I know I've seen it and I haven't done anything with it. So I'm looking forward to learning more and providing hopefully some information to y'all. So yeah. And Hidden, how are you? What are you up to?
I am doing well. Not much new. Waiting for all the airdrops to start finally getting dropped.
There you go. Get some, and some of the stuff going to be going to Flex owners.
Some of it is, yeah.
Nice.
Between Bill and I, we kind of were doing some drops, both personal and FlexIRA. So, FlexIRA is going to.
I hope you guys are getting some stuff for yourself for the work.
Well, I mean, like different wallets.
Gotcha.
We got personal wallets, and then we got the FlexIRA wallet. And then if you're in Telegram, you've been watching Bill somehow make more money now when Bitcoin is going down than any other time, it seems.
Hey, you can always short it. Just got to know when.
Yeah, and he apparently knows when. That's for sure.
Good. Yeah, I wish we had the copy trading going again, but I guess we'll get that soon once our DEX is up.
Yes.
DEX is up. So, and I guess right now it's still, is that opening up to everybody who wants to put in there, or is that still for Flex only?
Right now it's still Flex only. As soon as Bill says it's open for everybody, we'll obviously let everybody know.
Yeah, I can do a video too, and we can talk about it obviously here. I know I've got a few bucks in from my stuff, and I'm going to put some more in, I think, hopefully. And then there's some PFX money or Vaultec money. Vaultec's they've agreed to move some over there as opposed to doing epochs for our payouts for a little bit. So I'm moving as much as I can over there as quick as I can for now. So
nice.
Hey, Huss, how are you? Welcome. Thank you, guys.
Good day. So what's new with you? Any other than Bitcoin taking a serious shitter in the toilet here.
Well, I just take advantage of it. So, so yeah, I'm going to share my screen for a second. I am, as I mentioned, everybody, and I'm getting more confident as time goes on. So at some point, I will do more sharing of the trading that I do. We're doing some back testing and stuff now. This was actually a trade I took today. I could have gotten a lot more profit. I was being, I don't know whether you want to call it greedy or what, but I did end up. I missed this pump. I probably would have taken profit there, but I was trying to get 100 ticks out of it. This is futures trading. And so 100 ticks would have put me there just because back testing shows that I can get it up to there a lot of times. But I ended up pulling out where the yellow line was kind of where I wanted to make sure I got out because it was giving me a good push for today. So that one's a good one. And this is actually an indicator that I'm helping I'm not doing much of the developing of it, but I'm helping within reason with it, and we're going to hopefully put it out there. Right now, the only way to trade with this indicator for free is through James Pelton's Discord. Basically, just gives you a call signal. There is the old version of it that sometimes tells me to stay in the trade, which I had here. But yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a lot of fun. I'm loving trading, but as I said, I could have made a little more today. And then I also trade with Austin, and with Austin, we're doing NASDAQ is mostly what we do. And with that one, we had a decent little pull out today. This is not really what I did, but it's called the Midnight Snap. So he actually has a free indicator that he gives out that you can get through him through his Discord. If anybody wants it, they can just DM me. But he's also got a paid side where we're doing some more stuff and some more back testing and whatnot. And yeah, even Arvin's indicator did a pretty good call here. The one that I'm testing, I could have probably taken that one, but I didn't. And it had a really nice run up. But using the Midnight Snap works quite well as well. Like as you can see, it hit up here. And we would have. I can't really explain it in just a video, but there's ways to use it, and it works quite well. And we're fine tuning it as we go inside the group with the paid members. So it's been a lot of fun. I've got my account. This is a Top Step account. So down here, you see the balance. It's 155 and change. Yeah, 155. So I've got, I got to get it to 159, and then I pass the account, and then I start playing with real money. And it costs me like $150 a month to play with this until I pass it, and then I get it, and then I don't have to pay any more for it. I just get to play with real money, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But they've been around for like 10 years. So they're not a company, they're not like a prop firm, although it acts like a prop firm that you're trading with other people's money, but it's not a prop firm per se, like the stuff that we're having in the States that are all getting closed down on people. This is a legit company that's been around for over 10 years and does quite well. So yeah, cool. It's fun. So if anybody wants to join me for that, you can either join James Pelton's Discord for now. I'll have it in mind at some point, but for now we're just kind of gatekeeping it more so for testing, because you just don't want to start running gunning with this. If you start doing that, you'll just get yourself wrecked. So
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've done it a little bit. I've blown a couple of these accounts that I've tried doing it with because I was irresponsible with how I was doing it. But now I've got my psychology down. I've got my habits down. I've back tested it, so I'm familiar with it. I know what's happening on the charts now a little bit more than I ever did. And so with all that knowledge combined, it's creating an upward slope. Like I'm not going to say I haven't had a winning, I've had losing trades, but my average win is so much bigger than my average loss, and my wins are bigger more than often than my losses, that I'm floating. That's 3 weeks to get that 5K. So it's not too shabby.
No, slow and steady.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you? I haven't really been doing much of anything. We got it. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm always doing something in the background, but as far as finding protocols and stuff like that, I've kind of started getting away from that. Okay. A lot of my money right now is tied up in staking for the hope of airdrops.
Yeah.
Which one really big one recently was the rune stones for ordinals. Mm-hmm. So I got 3 of them, 2 personal accounts, and then 1 for Flex and you guys, Dauntless, I believe it was, that helped me with that one. So
that's right.
I got that one.
Dauntless or Vaultec?
I think it was Dauntless.
Oh, okay. I know the ordinals, we did something with Vaultec, but
maybe it was Vaultec. Either way, I got that one listed as well. And hopefully once that sells, I'll be able to get both sides back. Their initial. So, and then we got the other stuff that we're working on. All that shit's interesting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun right now. I'm excited. And yeah, with me, I'm not necessarily finding new projects, but I'm realizing that, and I kind of had the chat with various actually from Monstros, is I was kind of like, diversifying, like, obviously you need to diversify, but you can also over diversify. So there's that healthy balance of diversifying in different pools or baskets, and then, but in the most part, keeping everything in some baskets that you feel very comfortable in, that are safe. And that's what I've started realizing. And luckily I've already been doing that. Like a lot of my stuff is like and I might do a video on my portfolio now, because I've actually finally got my portfolio almost back to the size of money that I brought into crypto, which is a pretty crazy milestone after I guess what was it? When was
After that
Thor?
bear, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just the end of the bull. So the Thor and which is actually they're doing something now, which is nice. But Thor days and the end of all those ones that went down where I put all my money into nodes. It's nice to be back almost to what I lost, which is pretty wild. But it's taken time. So yeah, so I'm going to probably do some portfolio ones and just kind of go through what I'm doing and then yeah, show how diversifying in a healthy way can be good. Because yeah, with Monstros, Investium, Warfi, Nugget, I mean, you pretty much just do those 4 things. You've got a nice diversification of liquidity pools, arbitrage, trading, Flex. Sorry, of course, my biggest one. And Flex gives you even a more diversified pool in the fact that it's IRL and all that jazz. So it's pretty wild how things can go. So yeah.
So I just posted something in our private chat there, Pocket. Yeah. One of the airdrop claims went live today for injective stakers.
Hydro. Okay. Is that something for me to take a look at?
Anybody who has...
You can post in the general chat, I think, links.
I don't think I can.
You can now because I added you, I think.
There's no place for me to, but...
Oh, you just like put it in the comments. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have access. Weird. Anyways, we'll have to play with that because I'm sure there's a way for me to get you access. But there you go. There is a link for something. Did you want to show anybody any of that on your, like a share screen?
Let me. I'll pull it up here. For anybody who's 4 months ago now, I think. I put out in Telegram. I put out a airdrop farming guide. And a big part of it was staking injective because of stuff like this. Because I was an injective staker, I was able to get 250 hydro. I don't know how much they're going for right now, but
yeah,
I'm just going to end up probably staking this back in because if you come back here to the airdrop tab for season 2, hydro stakers get even more.
Cool.
So... if this was like a life-changing amount, I'd probably sell it, but guarantee it's not. So I'm just going to stake it and move on.
Stake it and get some more and move on.
Yep. That's how it goes.
There you go. Yeah, I was actually I've got to get into, once I finish kind of getting actual profits from trading and all that stuff, I hope to get into liquidity farming a little bit more because I think that's also something that I want to have some more personal exposure to. I mean, I get it with Monstros and with other things, but I'd like to kind of play with it myself a little bit. But I just really want to focus on the trading because that takes a lot of time and energy in a good way, but it takes a lot of time and energy. So we had a bunch of people here, but not many chatters today. Do you guys have any questions or anything you want to sneak about? Or if you have questions about Hydro here that he's playing around with?
Trying to find where I would put the Hydro to stake.
So weird. No farm or auto compound. Oh, there we go. Stack the governance token.
Well, first let's see how much one hydro is worth.
And this question, yes, so that is coming. I spoke to him as soon as, basically when the other one went belly up, he mentioned so. And listening is loud, Gigi. I'm not trying to call anybody out. I just was making sure everybody was there. So the copy trading will be coming back. Bill will be doing more of that. But we just need a DEX that we can rely on and trust. And obviously when the Flex DEX comes out, that will be much easier to do so. So Black Hawkins is saying Hydro's at
15 cents.
15.51.
Yeah. So we're just going to stake that and forget about it.
There you go.
Bookmark it and move on.
La-ti-da. Yeah, it's funny. I was actually looking at, because I have used the indicator that I'm playing around with. I've used it for Bitcoin a bit and actually was pretty good at calling everything today. It didn't quite get the dump, actually. No, it didn't quite catch the dump, but it caught the upswing that happened earlier in the day. Because it was there was a pretty darn good pump beforehand. Interesting. Yeah, so having fun with that. I love the trading side of things. Now that I'm in futures, I find it so much more comfortable to play in. Like you're not stressing like I found I was with anything else.
And trading, you're making your own money. It's not money coming out of thin air.
Yeah, not making much yet, but yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're actually like producing it through actions, which is nice. So yeah, it'll be nice when I start making. I have a few things that are doing bots and stuff that are paying out regularly-ish, but it's slow. But this is got a lot of.
What ones you got going on for that? Like
well, the Traders Global bot that I have going that I've
okay.
had. So I have to go check it today, the next couple weeks, but I'm hopefully going to be getting the next payout for that in the next 4 to 6 weeks. It slowed down a little bit because the market, the Forex market has slowed down, like the actual amount of funds being moved in that market have slowed down, which made it tough. But it's going good again. So, and then I've got Next Step Funded, which has denied my payout 3 times now, thrice. So twice were legit. I think this last one, they're too much of a pain. I'm gonna have somebody else take over the account because I haven't lost the account. I just keep not getting payouts. Like I've had 12K almost that I was supposed to be able to pull out, and then I made my own using my own trading stuff. I made 5K on it, and it's gone. They've taken it back. I'm like,
that's the problem. They're not going to pay out. They're just going to keep changing the rules. So
well, they don't change the rules. The issue is when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I started looking at it, I'm like, okay, I did lot sizes that were too large for some of them. I did. I held too long and took too much profit for their liking. So the rules are very like, let's put you in this little tiny box. And if you get outside of that box, we're going to basically take some of it away. And lo and behold, it ends up being all of it. So I've got somebody who knows how to trade them. I'm going to try it out with this EA. And I'm not holding my breath, but at least I'll try because I've got the money sitting there. It's a past account. I might as well try. So
it's just bullshit. They shouldn't be able to dictate shit like that. But I guess they should be able to because it is their money you're playing with, yada yada. But.
Well, and I know there's like everything, there's two sides to every coin, right? There's the fact that they want to protect you or protect themselves and protect their money from people gambling it and just coming in and doing like massive overlot trades and hedging, getting one account. They pay almost like, cause they pay very little for the accounts, right? So get one account or get 2 accounts, hedge them against each other, do the gamble play, hope one wins. And then boom, you've got this payout for yourself. So I get some of that, but then there's the other side where, yeah, they're doing it in a way that makes it hard for anybody to trade. So yeah. And yes, Black Hawk. So I've actually I have an AMA with Mike from TMT's group. And I have taken the course. I actually am still in there. They've given me kind of, because I sort of affiliate for them, I guess, if you will. The one bonus to me being a YouTuber is I can kind of say, hey guys, I want to learn. And they let me in. I've actually been a productive member of the community for a while and quite enjoyed it. The only reason why I'm not in there that much right now is because I ended up really getting attached to futures trading. And that really was and that was with Austin Clark. So that ended up being where I put my time because I was split too thin. I was doing the TMT, I was doing Austin Clark's group, I was watching certain videos for calls, all this different stuff. So we'll get to that in a second, Ben. So I found myself getting spread too thin. I was spending too much money on all kinds of different things that weren't panning out and paying me. So I hyper-focused myself, and it's worked out really well in my favor. I have nothing against Mike and his group. I will gladly go back there when they start doing futures, which he's talking about doing. I think they have a great system. But like any system, none of them will work for everybody. So you've got to find who kind of clicks with you. And if you think that you really enjoyed Mike's conversation on JP's channel, and by all means, since you're asking here, you're welcome to use my link instead of his. So to get in there, because I actually just reached out to Mike to get a new one and get it all set up again so that I will actually launch it in my Discord again. But to me, trading, you need a community as far as I'm concerned. You need a community, you need people you trust to learn from, and you need some time. If you have those things, I promise I would put money on the line that anybody can be a successful trader if they put in the effort, though. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's taken me 6 months probably really of daily, maybe not daily at first, but now very daily working on the craft, if you will, or working on the skill, and it's paying off slowly but surely. And once I get this account funded that I showed you guys, I'll announce that, of course, and I'll start showing my payouts from that and start showing the income that this is generating for me. And I'll start going through the methods that I'm using to make that money. But I've been very cagey about it, only because I don't want to just be some group and say, hey, come get come make free money. And it doesn't work that way. Sorry, long story short, or long, is Mike's group is great. I recommend them if you have the cash flow to put in the 40, I think it's 40 something bucks a month right now. There's other things that they have that cost, I think, more, that would give you more value. But definitely a great group and a great way to learn it if you want to encapsulate yourself in it, as is Austin Clark's group. It really just depends on who you resonate with, is probably the best way to word it. Sorry, Hidden. I went tear there.
Very good.
And sorry, did you want to speak to Ben about Parb at all?
Yeah, so we're like right on the cusp of being able to kick that back into gear. Like I said in Telegram, Cyro found a decent sized issue with the token dividend monitoring tokens. So we had to fix that real quick so everybody was getting the correct amount. And that should also extend the runway of the platform a lot further as well. Mm-hmm. I can't wait. It's been, building up for a while now. We're also getting the benefit of Ethereum breaking $3,000 because I'll be able to do some other, either roll that into LP or do some other marketing things with that once I finish paying out Cyro. So yeah, we're going to be going shortly here. Like you said, we have 6 contracts that we needed to have reviewed and audited before we sent it out. So we're doing this the right way. We're actually making this into what I foresee as being an actual long-term protocol. Plus, awesome. The fact that I have, I essentially have Bill on our side too. I mean, I'll be able to get PR's treasury into things other people wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, so, that's huge.
It's going to be exciting to say the least.
Awesome. Maybe cool. And sorry, we're digressing or changing subjects for a moment. I didn't know there was 11 payouts requested on February 21st, quarter mile. So let me know. It is very possible that some of them have been refused, because I know that Next Step is one of the ones, for example, that they're using. So it's hard to say exactly what's happening and why. I will talk to Nick. I wish there was a better. I like what he's trying to do, and I kind of went gung-ho with it, obviously, between James Pelton's NFTs that we're doing, as well as I got my own pin, and I know a bunch of other people did. I definitely expect it to take some time to ramp up kind of thing. But I just wish there was a little bit more transparency on how it's all being done. I know some of it they can't, some of it they can, but not having a community is hard. I'm kind of the honorary community between mine and James Pelton's Discord, I think, because that's where people seem to go to ask questions, which is fine. I don't mind it. I invite it, in fact. And I do have Nick's ear, so I will try and reach out to him and find out what's going on there. And maybe I'll try and get some updates on, maybe we can have little updates here on the Blockchain After Hours, because it's just an easy way for me to disseminate the information. So I'll put that in the back of my brain there for a bit and see what we can get for you guys. Are we going to hear from Bill before high season kicks off? I mean, I can have him on the channel again. The only reason why I haven't was because there wasn't too much to do, because everything got kind of locked up. I mean, there was no more investing in Flex. The new endeavors were all very short-lived, sort of, like, because it was all them kind of testing the water or some things. When we have the decks, obviously, I think that'll make sense to maybe have them on and talk some stuff. I'm trying to think, is there any other stuff coming up that would make sense to have them on for?
We're we're gonna reopen the compounding after the seed round, I believe.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah.
To buy another couple big rigs.
Mm-hmm.
So another point to that is, I believe the wife and I are planning to go up to Canada and to the Pope. I believe it's Cal Bay property in March. Not
Oh,
March.
that's not a lot
Sorry,
of time. March.
not March. May.
Okay. Well, you're supposed to tell me when you're going so we can try and work it out.
Well, I was doing that, and then I was saying we could probably do one later over the summer.
Well, either or. I don't know if I mean you're going to make 2 trips up there.
Yeah, we're not that far away. So we were trying to get up there for the grand opening of the domes.
Oh, that would be cool. Anyways, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Find out. Let me know the dates.
Yeah. Once we end this, I can give you the dates. But
yeah.
So I was gonna hopefully bring my webcam or something like that. Maybe get a nice picture or video of the grand opening. Talk with Bill a little bit out on the pier, like we're gonna do later on. So it's gonna be interesting.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll figure that out, Gigio, and I don't blame you. Like, I'd like to have him on more. It's just, like I said, it didn't make sense for now, but we'll find opportunities to get him on for sure. Yeah, sorry, Black Hawk, I'm just saying the community aspect of live trading views with calls was appealing right now. Thinking about doing it after getting the liquidity farming, I think, is a great one because it's easy. It can take very little time once you get kind of set up with it, and it's very little upkeep really once you get going. You just have to make sure they're in within ranges and all that stuff. And you can kind of just keep it rolling sort of thing, which is why I kind of did the opposite way. I went trading, and I probably should have gotten liquidity management down and created some cash flow for myself to use for my trading addiction. But but yeah, like I said, there or if Austin Clark speaks to you, either of those two are two I'd recommend to start with for now. I like crypto trading. You can kind of translate a lot of stuff to crypto, but crypto trading is just not for me. That's way too stressful.
Give it a couple of years. Yeah, excuse me. Once the crypto market cap is in the trillions of dollars, it'll be more like trading futures and whatnot.
Yeah, there's that too. I could have some more fun with that maybe. And again, I'll know more by then. Ben just wants to see Arb in his wallet, which I guess we got a little bit before we got taken.
Yeah, it was doing good. I was still floored by the fact that I had start trading and we hit like 40,000 market cap in 2 hours.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Just take a look at what
it's gonna be even better, guys.
There you go. Oh, we started another downtrend on Bitcoin. It's back down, almost not quite to the low again, but
yep. Makes me happy that I swapped over from Bitcoin to USDT. Almost like Bill saw this coming, huh?
You just gotta watch his stuff. Oh, he's shorting. Okay, get myself out.
Pretty much. So. And I love talking to Bill because you can just be like, "Hey, Bill, how long is this gonna last?" And I'll be like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, everything's gonna dip when Bitcoin dips, right? So when you
Except
dip,
for Solana.
Oh, yeah, is it holding up?
Historically, it has been. Oh yeah, Ethereum dips pretty damn good too.
I have not seen Slurf on Sol. I don't do a lot of tokens. I don't do meme tokens. I did buy this big red one just because I'm on Fire Hustle's Discord as well, and I help her out with that a little bit, just with the questions and whatnot. And I guess one of them and Fire Hustle got into on this big red thing, and I gave it a whirl, but I don't do a whole lot of tokens. I should see what that one's actually at right now.
Yeah, let's pull it up, see what we're doing.
It's on a downtrend, as memes do. Actually, I think I'm around where I got in, or maybe a little bit lower than what I got in. Can't remember.
Did Dev burn 10 million tokens by accident?
What?
That's what Blackhawk was saying.
Saw that Dev burned 10 million. Oh, the Dev for Slurf?
That's funny.
Like, are you talking about this, Blackhawk?
Wow, it's 80 cents a token right now. Holy shit. What did it start at? Started at 2 cents. Wow.
Oh, so it burnt tokens that friggin' caused the price to spike. And then people would have taken profit like crazy.
Somebody just bought $431,000 worth
Of Slurf?
of Slurf. They're slurfing pretty hard, apparently. Jesus.
Wild. Yeah, Big Red's not doing much. Suppose it was some crazy docs team, blah, 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 blah. But Pulse mentioned they're hiring manual traders. Which firms need manual trading? Yeah, Quarter Mile. I know he was talking about. I don't know if it was manual traders. I think it was manual traders to pass the prop account for. Oh my gosh, what's the one? The main one. Paul. What's one of the big ones? Damn it! Sorry, looking at my laptop. Because I have one of them. It starts with a P.
Now there's a baby Slurf.
Yeah, they're going to come out like crazy. Yeah, Quarter Mile, sorry, I'm not sure. None of them necessarily. FTMO, thank you. Not a P. I don't know where I was going there. But yeah, so FTMO, I know he was hiring him for that, I think. So we talk quite regularly, but I honestly have not talked to him in a week. And it's not because I've avoided it. It's just I've been nuts. And I'm sure he has been too. So I will reach out to him and try and find out what's going on lately. Right now, I know I'm supposed to do I've announced the whole affiliate thing the alliance thing, because they want to try and get some non-US people to KYC some prop accounts for them. But like I said, I haven't talked to him in a little bit, so I'll try and have a chat. I tried to get him to open a Discord or something so we can talk, and I said I'd help him with it, but they don't seem to want to do that, and I don't blame them, especially while there's uncertainty in the water, but I'd like them to get a little bit better at getting some info out. So volume is crazy on Slurf. I didn't pull up Slurf. You pulled up Slurf.
He's slurfing.
Is that the one with, well, I guess, yeah, it must be the one with 131 million. Gotta love the copycats that come out trying to friggin' scam people. So annoying.
Right. The Slurf has reached a $410 million market cap. I'm going to make a meme coin on Solana. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why not?
Forget ARB. Just move PARB to Plana. No, they already have a print. They're the same thing, don't they?
Print, yeah.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, I'll throw $300 at it and have fun.
Oh, on Slurf. Yeah, it's got not a bad start, but 2 big pumps already. 2 big pumps.
Do they actually have a website? No, they don't have a website. That's funny. They have a link to a website, but no website.
Weird.
Yeah, so I'm going to make a meme coin called Pump and Dump.
I think that's been done too.
Has it?
I'm sure it must have. Craziness in this world with these darn meme coins. All right, well, I'm just keep watching Bitcoin for some reason, even though I don't trade it that much. I trade the futures version a tiny bit, but it's mesmerizing. Put 300 into the LP, probably do better.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I'll create it and then throw whatever I have left into it gets pricey. I'm looking at it right now. It's almost 1 SOL just to generate the token itself.
What?
Yeah.
How much is 1 SOL? Aren't they? Yeah, SOL's like 100 and something. That's been quite the pump out of SOL too, actually. Eh?
Yeah.
And then I couldn't believe friggin' BNB how quickly it went up. Like it was $400 and all of a sudden it was 600. And it hasn't come back, I don't think, as far, but BNB. Oh, BNB has a futures contract too. Interesting. Everything's got a futures contract. You can see how my things do.
So, what are some protocols everybody else out there is looking at?
Yes, tell us. I think it's boring for protocols right now, in a good way.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing when it's so weird. If you look at our group of people who have been here since the end of the last bull, going through this bullshit bear market and stuff like that, and with all the rugs and everything, everybody I'm talking to that was here since that time is doing completely different things than what we did when we first joined.
Oh yeah,
everybody I know is like super conservative right now. LP farming, taken to 6 or 7% APR on stables rather than trying to chase the 100+% on some bullshit.
You can definitely still do better than just the stables, but and safely-ish. But it's definitely, I agree. A lot of people are being safer, which I think is a good thing. Boring is better in a lot of ways, because the thing is, the chances of you hitting a meme coin and like 10xing, 20xing, 100xing, 1000xing, it's like winning the lottery really.
Yeah.
Hey, are they starting an earn for BTC accounts for invest? So I don't think they're going to do that. We kind of talked about it. Even the BNB one has been a little bit. I mean, they've done fine because their margins are so good. But I think they've realized, and it was one of my advisings, really, to be honest with you, was that they don't do that with BTC because the price appreciation was eating up margin and stuff. So it just didn't make sense. But they'll have the BTC still going to be part of it because they have the mining that they're doing. So what is futures? So futures it's a different trading system. To be honest with you, a lot of the big traders, that's what they trade. But futures is it works a little differently than a regular stock. It's almost it's predicting the ups and the downs that the stock is going to do, I guess, is kind of the quick example. I'm not very versed in the wording of it all, but I'll share my screen again. But where's my one that I have all my? It's this one here. Like you'll see if you put. Actually, let me just go to here and I'll do 2 screens. Damn it! Finding 2 clean screens that don't have all my crap on them. Yeah, it's too hard for me to do that. I'm not versed enough to really start trading very well yet. That's why I haven't even, and I don't even know if I ever will be. I don't know if I want to train trading. I don't mind being part of a group and helping people with it, but I don't know if I want to be the guy doing it. I am by far very far away from a guru of any of that kind. But basically futures, it's another way of trading assets. So there's a futures for almost everything. So I like Bitcoin, S&P 500, NASDAQ, US 30, oil futures. Like a lot of commodities have futures. And basically you're just trading the ebbs and flows of the value of those commodities, those different things. So it'll move similarly to the stock, but it has a little bit different. It's a more calmer feel, I find, anyways. 50% of my portfolio is into investing. Don't do that, dude. Geez, why? Angara, you were in PFX, weren't, or in what the hell was the other one that I was in a year ago? Manny, PGV. Were you not in PGV? Do not put like large sums of your portfolio into anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a huge chunk of a portfolio. I mean, 25% would be like the max I would put into one thing if I didn't know someone like Bill.
Yeah, exactly. Like Flex is the one I would go hog wild for any day of the week, but it
And
looks
to
like
be 100% honest with you, I'm probably going to go about 85 to 90% into the seed sale if I can.
yeah.
But that's just because I literally, I'm behind the scenes. I know what's going on.
Yeah, and
I
you have
know
faith and confidence and like yeah, and there's no
Bill,
transparency issues. There's no
yeah,
yeah.
he doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
So there's no risk of him doing something,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? And
So,
it's just, we're so lucky to have somebody like Bill who doesn't need the money, who's taken this amount of time to try and help everybody else get money.
yeah, it's crazy. You don't get many of those in this space. Well, in any space, but we do have more, I think, in this space than other spaces. But unfortunately, we also have more friggin' crooks.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, Garo, please be careful. Like, and take your profits. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Like, I have a decent chunk in Investium because I do have confidence ish, but I still would never go over 10% of my portfolio probably. Now, again, there's some qualifying questions there. Maybe your in portfolio for crypto is very small and 50% of it's not a big deal to take risk on. So, I mean, I'm not going to judge you 100%,
No.
but be cautious. So
In the end, it's your money.
yeah, absolutely.
If you're comfortable with putting 50% into something and you've weighed the risk reward, you're willing to lose that money, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just be smart about it.
Boat chains looks potentially interesting, but I don't know if it's going to be the next big thing. Yeah, that's the hard part with all this, right? There's going to be lots of chains right now, and we don't know which ones are going to stick around and which ones aren't. So yeah, be interesting to see. I haven't heard of Monad, but there's so many of them right now. Like, it's crazy. And nodes coming out for all these different ones, and some are not going to be good. Some are going to be good.
Monad is
one to Bill. He's going to, I think, get into tomorrow. That's coming out. So also, Phantom Chain claims to have increased their transaction speed significantly through some different methods. Phantom was always good for me. I haven't used them in a while, to be honest, other than for a power. I think I go in and see how much USDC I've accumulated from my nodes that went nowhere. But they've actually been like, they've been paying out money consistently, not enough, but it is what it is. I no longer do farming. It's where I lost most of my funds because of Terra. Oh yeah, that's a little bit of a black swan event, but any crypto scare may cause liquidation in minutes. So not in most farms did you like, and I get it. I understand Terra was a little bit of a funny one, and I wouldn't even have considered it really farms. Oddly enough, I avoided a scare there because I had money in Terra and pulled it out to put in, I guess I pulled it out to put into nodes, which didn't really help me much. But anyways, it left me with more than I would have been had I left it in Terra. So liquidity farming can be very, very good. I actually have a guy I'm talking to right now who does a lot of it. Underdog Investor Group's also really good at it and do a lot of content on it. But I'm talking to a guy, he's got a course, I guess. So it's kind of a one-time fee, one and done, but you get support as well within his group for the course. So we're working out, chatting about maybe getting a little bit of a deal for the community and stuff. So keep your eye on the Discord for that. Because I'm told it's really good. I think actually even some Flex people know him. I'm gonna say, is it Crypto? What the hell's his name? Pretty sure he's one of the Flex main guys. Knows him well as well. So I think it's a good place for us to kind of maybe go to get our training for that. So I'll let everybody know about that when it happens. And that's, we talked about this. I don't know if you were here, Black Hawken, but I said that exact same thing when we started our conversation of this whole blockchain after hours, actually. So trying to focus now after, yeah. And that's exactly. Like you can diversify too much. So Flex, yeah. So, and I guess, what's the risk reward? Because there's quite a bit of opportunity, I think, with the decks that you guys are doing, if you compare to what HMX did. But I guess that doesn't mean that that's what the Flex deck is going to do, right? So
we're going in with about 90 to 95% of what HMX has. Okay. We're just going to build on top of it.
All right. So it'll just be another chain, and we just need to attract people to trade on that.
Exactly. I'm 99% sure now, after talking with Bill, we are going to the base chain.
Yes, you mentioned that today, I think.
When we prove ourselves there, Black, we were going to go to Injective, and we're still planning to. The problem is Injective is not EVM compatible at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But they're supposedly coming out with something that will allow EVM compatibility.
Cool. So the one option will be hopefully Flex. So the DEX is coming out soon. There will be a public seed phase basically for it soon. Yep. So that's one way you can kind of get into Flex indirectly and hopefully benefits for some pretty good upside. And then there's still other stuff to spread out in the space. Like Monstros is amazing. It is sunk cost. That's the one downfall to it. But if you don't want to get into liquidity farming of your own, they have pretty good rewards. They've been like average 0.3 is kind of their minimum, and maybe 0.2 something has been their minimum, and they've had days where it's 1 point something percent. And then Nugget, I'm actually pretty bullish on. Like, we've been doing really well there. They've been arranging the same thing between 1%, 1.5 even right now lately. So, but again, there's all kinds of options there. But I get it. It seems hard. I got Frankie here putting up some Pikachus and stuff on Twitch. I put this on Twitch for fun. I don't know if it ends up garnishing anything, but obviously somebody's over there giving me some Pikachus and some stuff. And Grey Fund is still going. I never got into Grey Fund, and I probably whatever it is, what it is. I'm not going to get into it now. Well, I say that. I shouldn't say I'm not going to, but you have to have a pretty good chunk because the fees I think are like $200 a month or something. So
yeah, they're. Hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I don't have any need to go anywhere else. That was the thing, and that was, like I said, the big thing that we even started this conversation with is, and somebody was trying to get me to try this. It almost sounded very MLM-y in Twitter, Telegram, and I was kind of like, dude, I get it. This might be the best thing since sliced bread. I don't have time to research it, and I really have no need to research it. You're coming to me. You're not even the founder. You're just in a marketing or your own little group looking for referral rewards. Why would I bring that to my community when I already have like 5 or 6 really good things to get into that can help my community, and I don't have to peddle this SHIT? But they have 800 million market cap. What? I don't. That means nothing to me if they're crap. Yeah, I think a lot of people lost there too, big time. Concentration is the new diversification. There's still a balance. There's still a balance. So the DEX is going to, I guess you're saying it will be at some point, right?
Yes, we do plan to go to Injective.
And then any chance of that still, or has that been put to the BSC?
That was squashed because Shu from HMX and the HMX team, they were doing some testing for us before we really started working on it. And they said the gas would be outrageous because you got to remember we're coming in with a gasless system. So what that means is it's gasless for the users, but the platform itself takes on those gas fees. So it just, for whatever reason, something on BSC was making it so it wouldn't be viable for us.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Paul just says, at least farming with V3 LPs, you don't lose all your funds. You'll lose one asset to another kind of thing. Yeah. So, I mean, as long as you're dealing with assets that aren't like, the issue with stables backing it, which is safer, but then if you do lose to impermanent loss, you can't really make it back in the token appreciating, I guess, since it's a stable coin. But yeah, there's definitely ways to win in that space, and there's even ways to make it delta neutral. That's what I was talking a little bit about with this guy that has a course, is that there's ways to make it pretty safe for yourself and hedge yourself almost in liquidity pools, but you just have to know how to play the game, kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to hopefully learning a little bit of that and hopefully passing on some opportunities there for you guys. Base seems to be gaining traction now. I've been harvesting well from Aerodrome. Voting it's starting to actually be worth something nice. Yeah, I did well with Base back when it first launched with some things, but I haven't really been back on there in a while since then. Kind of felt like Chronos chain. It was like good for a bit and then kind of petered, but I haven't really looked at it much. Problem with the big guys getting into it. Even Op BNB. Yeah, that's true. That one's going to be less costs, and it's kind of like a version of BNB.
We'll have to look into it.
That's the Optimum, whenever they kind of did Op and then Op BNB, and they did different offshoot versions of them. So nice, Angaro. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people have great luck with not luck because it's working, but with Grey Fund. It's just the lack of transparency and stuff scared me, because we got into a couple of things with PFX that were similar-ish, and they've all screwed us. Unfortunately, I wish I had just put it all in Grey Fund, so because they did well. But hindsight's 2020.
Yep, so it's 2020.
Yeah.
Anybody
Anything
who
else,
says
guys?
otherwise
We'll
doesn't
probably-
understand.
Sorry?
Said anybody who says otherwise doesn't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, anybody that the only people that argue that are people that are arguing for something that has already happened.
Yep.
I got Arrow airdrop after buying and locking Velo on OP. Nice. Okay, cool. Anything else, guys? We'll probably wrap her up there. Yeah, and Richie, yeah, just keep an eye on the Discord. I will definitely be dropping that once I have a discussion with them. We're just trying to iron it out. I'm not looking for anything in return from this. I'm not looking for any affiliate links or whatever. I'm obviously hopefully going to get access to the course myself, but I'm just trying to get an option with them. So and it's really just, we had a conversation because I was referred to him by a couple of people mentioned him in the Discord, and so we thought we'd have a look at it and stuff. So, well, that's pretty much everything in the world. The weather's great until it's not. Yeah, Gigi, I get you. I know it's been a rough road for a lot of people, including myself in a lot of different ways. Well, all of us, right? So, but we're turning a corner. Like I said, I'm having some really good success and looking really forward to taking matters in my own hand with trading more and more. So there you go, Ted and Blackhawk all doing the Arrow. I think you mentioned that to me a long time ago, Ted. Probably Blackhawk too as well, but I'm a dummy when it comes to doing stuff for myself. So I'm getting better because I have to make money too. But all right. Anything else from you, sir?
No.
Just, all right.
Be safe out there. You know, the scams are going to start ramping up again. Just be safe.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Keep, DMs. None of the, when you start getting into new Discords and new Telegrams, none of the owners will start DMing you right away.
Yep. Block.
All right, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you next week at the latest. And otherwise, I'll have some videos and stable swap, as I said, on Thursday night at this time, at the blockchain after hours time, actually, because he's 12 hours difference, so it'll be his morning and my evening. So
very nice.